This video is not a prediction, and it is not fear-based content. It is a thought experiment designed to explore resilience. We assume a rare Black Swan event occurs, one where traditional internet infrastructure and banking systems temporarily fail, and we examine how society could realistically adapt during the first 30 days. The focus is not collapse, but transition. Understanding systems before stress arrives is preparation, not panic. A Black Swan event is defined by 3 characteristics. It is unexpected, it disrupts multiple systems at once, and its full impact is only understood afterward. In this assumed scenario, centralized infrastructure experiences a temporary breakdown, forcing people and institutions to operate without normal digital and financial rails. What follows is not chaos, but a rapid shift in priorities, behaviors, and trust. Life during this transition unfolds in clear phases. The first phase covers days 1 to 5. Communication is mostly offline or limited to local networks. Online banking, card payments, and cloud services are unavailable or unreliable. Cash, barter, and trust-based local exchange dominate. Emotional stress is high, but most people focus on essentials, family, and community. This phase is marked by adjustment, not disorder. The second phase spans roughly days 6 to 14. Limited satellite connectivity begins to restore communication for critical services first. Emergency responders, hospitals, and coordination centers regain partial access. Some civilians reconnect through mobile and satellite-linked networks. During this period, early decentralized payment systems begin operating in small pockets, allowing basic peer-to-peer transactions and coordination beyond local areas. Trust slowly shifts toward systems that continue functioning under pressure. By days 15 to 30, satellite-based internet becomes the dominant connectivity layer. Coverage expands rapidly, reducing reliance on damaged ground infrastructure. Communication stabilizes across regions, even while legacy systems remain impaired. Blockchain-based transactions normalize where connectivity exists, not as ideology, but as practical infrastructure. Society is no longer in survival mode. It is adapting to a new operational baseline. Resilience during the first 30 days depends less on speculation and more on preparation. Water is the highest priority, with a minimum of 3 liters per person per day. Food should be non-perishable and simple to prepare. Power continuity matters. Power banks, solar chargers, and spare batteries keep communication and lighting functional. Basic medical supplies, hygiene products, and prescription medication reduce secondary risks. Communication backups like offline maps, written contact lists, and battery-powered radios provide stability when digital access fluctuates. Small denomination cash and local trade items offer flexibility when formal payment rails are unavailable. A Black Swan event does not end society. It exposes the fragility of centralized systems while highlighting the resilience of decentralized alternatives. In this assumed scenario, temporary internet and banking failures force rapid adaptation, first through local survival mechanisms, then through technological reintegration. Satellite connectivity and decentralized networks emerge as functional lifelines, restoring communication, value exchange, and coordination without relying on traditional intermediaries. Project Odin in this framework represents the transition layer, not collapse, not control, but structured movement from legacy systems toward resilient, interoperable alternatives. Preparation is not fear. Adaptability is not speculation. Understanding how systems behave under stress is wisdom. We inform, you choose. In this library, we don't give false hope or sensational news. The information shared is based on observable systems, architecture, and historical patterns.